Hey guys, welcome back to our ASMR channel. Just kidding. Today we're talking about social media censorship.
Yes, that is what we're talking about today. So, if you don't know what social media censorship is it is very common throughout the internet and obviously social media. Um, Although most people might not catch on to it.
The social media apps you are using every day are censoring important information that they don't want you to see. Social media platforms use systems to remove content that violates their policies. Their algorithms can censor important information due to this bias. Twitter and Instagram shadow ban users by limiting the visibility of their posts without them knowing, especially for political figures or minority voices.
This can be harmful even when you're just scrolling through social media. And another example of this is that YouTube restricts videos from being viewed in certain countries to comply with the local laws. So, for example, Holocaust denial videos being banned in Germany but viewable everywhere else. Wonder why that is. Netflix and Spotify offer different libraries in each region, partly due to legal restrictions and partly for business or legal risk management. Turkey and Russia and India have been demanded platforms remove certain political content or face a ban, and companies often comply. Fahrenheit 451 portrays censorship as a dangerous force that takes away from freedom of thought and individual, individuality. In the novel, books are banned and burned to prevent people from thinking deeply or questioning society. The government controls information to keep citizens passive and obedient, showing how censorship can lead to a dull, oppressive world where creativity and truth are lost.
One real-world example of censorship is the Great Firewall of China.
This is a government system that blocks access to many foreign websites like Google, Facebook, and Twitter. It also censors news and online content that criticizes the government or discusses sensitive topics, such as the Tiananmen Square protests. This limits what people in China can see, say, or learn online. So here's some quotes from Fahrenheit 451 that relates to censorship. If you don't want a man unhappy politically, don't give him two sides to a question to worry him. Give him one. Better yet, give him none. And this was said by Captain Betty and Beatty.
This quote from Fahrenheit 451 definitely demonstrates how social media can have a bad influence on even today and politics, and how when you're only being fed one side, you become very close-minded. And that's exactly what the town of Fahrenheit 451 wants you to do, is just only have one opinion. And that's what social media does, is it watches what you watches what you like, and only feed you certain information so that you get only one source.
The next quote is we must all be alike, not everyone born free and equal, as the Constitution says, but everyone made equal. This is from Captain Beatty, and he's explaining why books were banned, and it was to prevent offense. There are many people in the world today that are like the people in Fahrenheit 451, such as Mildred, that, you know, have they rely on social media and things like that instead of their own free thinking. And if it gets like that, then people will start leaning towards the things they see on social media instead of using common sense. Your parents always say, don't listen to what you hear on TikTok, Like, sorry. Um, and that's kind of similar to that. Thank you. And basically, this is why books were banned in Fahrenheit 451. It was just people were uncomfortable with how books made them feel. So they said everybody needs peace and everybody we don't want conflict, so we just remove books altogether. And that is something that cannot be happening in today's world. Okay, the last quote is that it didn't come from the government down. There was no dictum, no declaration, no censorship to start with. No.
Ugh.
This is from Captain Beatty, and this is kind of bouncing off the other one. It's explaining that censorship started with the people themselves choosing comfort and choosing that over their knowledge. And this relates to the algorithm and how it gives you the things that you like to hear, not what's uncomfortable to hear, like sensitive topics or strong opinions that you don't like to hear, that you don't agree with. And yeah, if it keeps going like this, then we're gonna turn out like the freaking book, yo.
So, what are we gonna do about this? We need to call to action. Resist silence and defend truth.
Censorship today isn't always setting a book into flames. It's the disappearance of voices, the invisible algorithm, or the fear of speaking out.
We must stay awake. We must read what's hard, listen to what's uncomfortable, and protect the right to speak, especially when we disagree.
Defending free expression doesn't mean agreeing with every opinion. It means we need to work together, even with different beliefs, even when it's easier to stay quiet. So, speak up when something is banned, silenced, or ignored. And don't stay silent. Your voice might be the one someone else needs to hear.
We must stay alert to protect our freedom. Silence is not an option. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a lot about censorship and a lot about Fahrenheit 451 for today.
And make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can stay updated whenever we post again. Stay blessed!
Bless up.